Beautiful jellyfish, it's Tracy. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Back a while ago I did this video where I basically talked about creatures who act as removal, and basically it's where I talk about creatures who not only like attack and defend, whatever, or draw you cards, whatever, they're creatures who also like remove something else like on the board. So these are cards that I think are pretty awesome in EDH. Yeah, I'll link in the description bar the first video that I did. This is part 2. We're gonna be doing ones in the future, but these are just like, as I thought of them, I wrote them down. The first creature is like just nuts, and that is Bane of Progress. Okay, this card I actually just put in one of my most recent decks. It's kind of like a great EDH staple because, you know, like, a lot of times people in EDH will play like a ton of mana rocks. Like, a ton of mana rocks, so they're all like, turn 1 Soul Ring into, like, whatever. So, like, people are, like, mana rocks all day every day, it's like Mana Crypt or, like, something like that. So, Bane of Progress is a really good way to punish your opponents when they have, like, a ton of artifacts and enchantments on the board, and you can just blow them up, which is super good. And on top of that, your creature gets bigger, so it's just, like, kind of all around. Why? Stop getting so many Facebook notifications. Stop. Go away. So, yeah, the card is super good. Okay, next card is a really awesome card called Draining Whelk. And, like, this card's super sweet because it's, like, you know, it's a counterspell, like, stapled on top of a creature, which I really like, and it's got a really awesome ETB effect, so there's, like, a bunch of ways of, like, bringing those back. I'm a huge fan of, like, ETB things. I think they're really awesome. So, yeah, this card is super good for that reason, and it's counterspell, and then on top of that, it just gets counters. It's, like, similar to Bane of Progress. It just, like, gets counters. Based on that current amount of cost, so, like, you could just pay, like, 6 mana to counter their thing, and then have it be, like, an 8/8 or something like that. So that's really cool. Yeah. Then we have Terastodon. I love this card. Terastodon is, like, really good. It's really, really good at, like, removing stuff that, like, like, obviously it's non-creature, so, like, it's super good at, like, removing, like, planeswalkers, because, like, sometimes green can have, like, a really hard time dealing with, like, planeswalkers, so you're just like, how do I do that? And then you're like, oh, Terastodon's a really good option. On top of that, it's, like, a 9/9, I think. Is it a 9/9? I think it's a 9/9. Does it have trample, too? I feel like, no, it doesn't have trample. Okay. So it's like 8 mana for a 9/9, and then, yeah, like, you blow up stuff, and then you give them elephant tokens. But you know what? An elephant token is really bad, is much better than a planeswalker who's about to ult, or something like that, so Terastodon is super good. Then we have, oh my gosh, what are you doing, tabs? Okay, then we have Polukranos, or the word is just so hard to say, World Eater. So first off, it's 4 mana for a 5/5. I'm a fan. And monstrosity is, like, a really cool mechanic. I feel like people just forget about it. I kind of like it, though. And then you monstrosity it, right? And then it deals X damage amongst you choose any number of creatures. So you're all, like, you know, you're playing green, so you're probably mana ramping, I assume. And then you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna, like, divide all this damage and kill a bunch of your things, and then those creatures are gonna do damage to me. To my creature. And then Polukranos is probably gonna die, but, like, if you get the chance to just kill a bunch of things, that's awesome. And on top of that, it's like a 5/5 for 4 mana. That's really cool. It's really awesome. I like it. Then we have one of my all-time favorite creatures that it's super good and I like it a lot. And that is Shriekmaw. Shriekmaw is just really awesome. It kind of just does everything that you want it to. If you need to hard cast it, you can, but if you really need creatures in your graveyard, like you're playing on, like, graveyard synergy strategy, which black a lot of times is, you're going for those ETB things like that, Shriekmaw is, like, perfect. Yes, it's not an artifact, and yes, it's non-black, but you know what? It kills the majority of things for essentially 2 mana, and it's a creature stapled on top of that. It just does everything. It's super good, and I like it a lot. Then we have this card that I seriously like, blue-green, bomb.com. It's, like, just one of my all-time favorite color combinations. I need to do something with blue-green in EDH. I need to do Bant, or I need to do just straight blue-green. I may do Kederekt. He's really cool. But yeah, he's just, he's so good. So basically, Trygon Predator is nuts. It's 3 mana for a 2/3 that flies. I mean, like, what? Yeah, that's nuts. I like it already. And then on top of that, whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it's got flying, so a lot of times evasion, and they can't deal with that. You can just blow up an artifact or enchantment. This card is just absolutely nuts. Belongs absolutely 1200% in every single, green-blue EDH deck. And I say that as I don't have it in my Tassiger deck, so I'm a big liar. But you need this card. It's great. Then, I love this card so much. Sheoldred, Whispering one. Okay, so, like, this card just everything in a creature. So first off, it's like a 6/6. I didn't prepare before. I didn't know I was gonna film a video today. My life. So first off, it's a 6/6 for 7 mana with Swamp Walk. Alright, that's pretty okay. And on your upkeep, you can just bring a creature back to the battlefield. Do you like that? I like that. I think it sounds good. And then on each of your opponent's things, they gotta sack something. Guys, you've not lived until you animate dead someone's Sheoldred. Oh my gosh, I did that. I was playing a game of Magic and I killed someone's Sheoldred, and then I was like, alright, cool, I killed it at instant speed, and then I was like, okay. I was like, on my turn, I'm gonna animate dead. It was so sweet. It was so cool. I was a huge fan. Yeah, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, that card's good. Here's another green-blue card that I really like, Mystic Sneak. Again, belongs in basically every single Simic color deck because this card's just absolutely insane. You pay 2 mana for a 2/2, and then you pay 2 mana for a counter spell basically, and it's counter any spell. So you just someone plays something and you're just like, nah. This card's so good. I love it. This is a card that actually just got reprinted in Eternal Masters. So some of you guys, if you bought that, you probably have a bunch of these. Havoc Demon. This card is just a mini little field wipe stapled onto a creature. It's just everything just gets -5/-5 when it dies. And you're playing black, so you're probably playing some sort of sack outlet where you sack a lot of your creatures and they go to the graveyard, so you can kill your creature pretty easily with a lot of things like High Market or something like that. So you're all just ooh, it goes to the creature, it goes to the graveyard, and then it blows up things. Yeah, it's just super good. And this is a card that I can't pronounce the name of, but there'll be a picture here. It's Kederekt Leviathan? I don't know. Okay, so I have a friend who's a huge fan of this card a lot. It kind of reminds me of Thing in the Ice, sort of. But basically it ETBs and it's Cyclonic Rift on a creature. It's literally just someone took Cyclonic Rift and then they put this creature and then they just stapled them together and they made this card. And then on top of that it's got Unearth. So you can, and what I really like about this, the Unearth thing, is that you can do it at any time. And I noticed that a lot of times people forget about stuff that's in your graveyard, so you're all just oh, by the way, you got all those things. Nope, they go back to your hand. So yeah, card's really good. I'm a huge fan. Alright, cool. Yeah, guys, that was it. That was it for creatures who also act as removal. If you haven't, make sure to check out my first video because I talk about some pretty awesome cards on there. Yeah, that's all I got. Also, I got a water pick and I used it for the first time today. How on earth do you use those things? I need to look up a YouTube tutorial or something for this because I'm water just got everywhere. It was really bad. They were it comes with 2 of the little things, and they were use this one for the low pressure, and I was oh, okay, so it won't go super fast. It goes super fast, and I'm I am this is too much right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. Water picks. I got water everywhere. Alright, on that note, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.